So we're checking out some retro toys at Second and Charles. And this is awesome. This is a giant Magneto right here. And you know what's cool is I used to have, and I still do have, this version of Magneto, only it's the smaller one. It's like the 3-inch action figure. And this looks just like that old one did, just like that retro one did, only it's giant. Like this guy's probably like 12 inches. But I'd never seen this before. Let's take a look at the back. Alex, come and hold this for me, because hold it like that. Yeah, because I can't hold it and reach it at the same time because it's so big. But there it is, Magneto. And it's got a little comic up here, right? And there's the other ones that are available. They have Spider-Man, Hobgoblin, Deadpool, and Spider-Gwen. Okay, so looking up here, we got some X-Men and Spider-Man. We got the Beast, Spider-Man, and this looks like an older one. Yeah, it comes with, I don't know what that is. A pin, maybe? He's got like a suction cup thing. And look at the back. Yeah, this is from the 90s. This is pretty cool. And then behind him here, we have Talking Venom. It still works.
Are they old?
Yeah, this has got to be from the 90s. And what's cool is it says the Toy Works up there. I don't know if it's the same place, but we used to have like a KB Toy Works.
That's only $3.99.
It was $3.99, but here it's a little more. Here it's $30. And there's the collections of them that they used to have of the superheroes. And a lot of these guys, which I actually had. So looking at the back here, the talking ones, I didn't have any of the talking ones. But coming down, I did have Magneto with the magnet stuff. And then the Hulk that would bend the thing. And I had the Silver Surfer, the Punisher. I had that same Dr. Octopus. So quite a few of these I had. Looking behind them, they've got Talking Wolverine. Does he still talk? No, he's not saying anything. Talking Spider-Man. And somebody from Spawn. I've never really watched that. Now, do you remember when we did the Fantastic Four review?
Yeah.
Had the Invisible Girl? Mm-hmm. This is the one that I had.
Oh, yeah, it has a stand and stuff?
Yep, this is her brand new in the package. It's got her stand, it's got her shield. And see that plane that they're riding in? Mm-hmm. I had that too. So looking at the back, we can see what goes with this collection. And there's the Human Torch. Remember the Human Torch that we used with the shoots of sparks? Mm-hmm. I had him. And that looks like it from this collection, even though I did have Mr. Fantastic and the rest of the Fantastic Four. They're not listed on here. Mm-hmm. And here we got some loose action figures. We've got Dr. Octopus. And then behind him, we got a guy from Babylon 5. That's another show that I never really watched. But I'm not saying that it looks bad. I've just never followed it. So we've got a bunch of vintage, or I should say retro, Marvel action figures. There's Captain America. Looking at Walmart, he was $4.94. That's when superheroes were priced reasonably, when toys were. But there's one of the things that I have. Remember us looking at him?
Yeah.
And then there's the shiny Silver Surfer. I had him as well. And he actually is behind here. So here's the shiny Silver Surfer.
Didn't we find one of those, like a all-silver girl somewhere?
We did, but that wasn't Marvel. That was, I forget her name, the Ghost or something like that.
Yeah.
But look, this was once again Toy Works, perhaps KB Toy Works. And then pens, Marvel pens. See, now that's a good price. I wish I could go back to the 90s and buy this thing for $5. Now it's 14. And that is a nice Daredevil right there. Look at that uniform that he's wearing. That is a pretty cool suit.
I like her.
So coming down, we got some X-Men action figures. The Ninja, you like the Ninja, huh?
Yeah, she's really pretty. I like the way her outfit is.
She's got some scary eyes, though, doesn't she?
Yeah.
But it is a pretty cool outfit with the wings and everything. And there's the back of it. And then here's the X-Men X-Force. Who is this? Domino. Yeah, and this is from back in the day. Look at this collection back here. This one's only $4. That's not a bad price. Down here we got the newer ones that are done by Kenner. But I saw something that looked a little retro, and here it is, Nightcrawler. So here he comes with his sword and his suction cup. See, there's a suction cup on his knee and his hand.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
So you could stick them to a window, because that's what we used to do back then. We played with these toys and we'd stick them to the windows. See?
Why?
Because it was fun.
I've never seen that kind of Marvel.
Yeah, this is the U.S. Agent shield launcher, and he's in a different kind of packaging. So this one, he's from back in the day. Look, you can see him with some of the toys that I actually had.
Yeah.
So he's an older one, and his shield launches like that. And there's another version of the Invisible Woman that we hadn't seen yet.
That's cool.
Catapult power launcher. So she's got the same thing. Remember the stand that the Human Torch had? And if you haven't seen that, go back and look at our video where we're reviewing the Fantastic Four collection from the 90s. And you'll see that launcher there. And that's what it does. Just launches them. And then we got Venom. Yeah, Venom looks pretty cool, doesn't he? He squirts alien liquid. Look at that. So it hooks, that squirter thing hooks up to him and he squirts it right out of there. So there he is. So you can see it shows the action that he does in the back. Now here's another guy that I had. And I showed you him. He was in the box of toys that I had.
Oh yeah.
This was one of the projectors, and you can see how he projects on the wall. They had a Wolverine one, and it projects his battle with Sabretooth, and this one's actually Sabretooth. But you can see on the back, they had all the different projector guys. $30 in the box. I probably thought it would be worth a lot more by now, but mine's open anyway, and well played with.
That looks really cool.
I've never seen these guys. This is X-Men 2099. Brimstone Love. So there they are in the back there. And then a few more in relation to X-Men. We have the White Queen. Marrow, like bone marrow. And Jubilee. Now I see some Ninja Turtles over here as well. It's the newer Ninja Turtles, but it's April O'Neil. And I'm not sure, this might be from like the Ninja Turtles movie. Let's take a look at the back. They were born in the shadow, they live in the shadow, and they fight in the shadow. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Looks like it's from one of the latest movies.
I really like this too because he's got like Japanese or Chinese writing on it.
Yeah, that's another guy from Spawn, which, like I said, is another thing I never really followed. But they have a few Spawn things here if you're into that. And then this lady down here from Spawn.
Dang.
Looks like kind of like Thor headgear that she's got on there.
Yeah.
And there's one more guy from Ninja Turtles, from like the Nicktoons, Kirby Bat. We got some other cool guys over here. Whirlwind from Iron Man. Looks kind of retro. Taking a look at the back. There he is. He's got some saw blades, I guess, that shoot out. And there's the guys from this collection. Then we got Spider-Woman. Wolverine. And it's Space Wolverine. And then lastly over here we got Hawkeye. Kind of a retro looking Hawkeye there. And I noticed this down here, Ghost Rider. Oh, and look at Red Skull from Captain America. That's pretty cool. He's got a rocket launcher with him too. Okay, look on the side here, we got some starting lineup guys. Bunch of starting lineup. We even got Some that seem a lot more vintage. I mean, this guy's got a black and white card, right? So there's a whole collection of starting lineups here. Look at this. I haven't seen any hockey starting lineups in a while. And there's Wayne Gretzky. So that's a pretty cool set right there. Definitely have to highlight that.
They make them look really realistic.
They do. Yeah, it looks just like them. And looking in the back, I found Willie Mays. And what's crazy is this guy in the package right now, $5.99 was what he was new. It's only $7.95. And I also found another one that we need to highlight here. There's Jackie Robinson. So I've never seen a Jackie Robinson starting lineup. That's pretty cool. So one more thing I want to look at before we get out of here are these WWF guys. These are the very wrestlers that I still have to this day. And I'm not going to remember all their names, but that's Hillbilly Jim right there. Okay. Back here we have Big John Studd. He's got a little wear to him. These guys,
I think they all
paint
do.
used to come off them, and when they get some play. I'm not sure who this guy is. I never had him. But come over here. I'll hand you some. I'm going to take them off here if I need to. Oh, there's Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
It's the money one. I remember him.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka. You see the money one somewhere?
Right there.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see him down there. Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. I didn't know they made him in this style. I used to have him, and this dude, he goes for $51.
That's kind of
So Ted DiBiase is not cheap.
It's not. I guess it's kind of rare.
Yeah, and I had him in this scale right here. But there is Mr. Fuji, I think it was his name. Yeah, so Rowdy Piper, and he used to come with a kilt. He had a kilt that he would wear. It had a little Velcro thing on it. This guy, he's got like a Hawaiian shirt on. Like I said, I'm not going to know a lot of these guys. But here we have some from my era. The Big Boss Man. I used to have this exact one. I no longer do. He's broken. And then behind him, we have the Bushwhackers. Gotta say, I like this one. He looks like he's in pretty good shape. And I'm not sure exactly who this is, but he looks like he was probably a manager. And a lot of times you wouldn't wrestle with the managers. You just kind of have them stand by the ring while you made the wrestlers wrestle. And there's a find back behind there. We've got Macho Man Randy Savage.
I wonder how
Oh,
much
yeah.
it's
$24.95.
Okay.
Junkyard Dog. You can barely see him through this plastic here.
Oh, look, it's the Elvis Presley man.
I believe I had this guy. Did you find the Honky Tonk Man?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is, the Honky Tonk Man. What a find right there. I had never seen the Honky Tonk Man as these big rubber wrestlers. As this
He's only
style.
$22.
That's not bad. I'm not sure who this guy is, but he's in pretty good shape. Not a lot of paint loss there. And then we have Captain Lou Albano. Captain Lou Albano, and he was the one that did the Mario cartoon. He dressed up as Mario on the Mario cartoon, where they would have the live action parts in between the animation. That's him. So there is one member of the British Bulldogs. The British Bulldogs, they used to be a tag team, and one of the British Bulldogs, the British Bulldog, as he became known as later on, stuck with it for a while. But I don't remember this guy's name. I just know he was one of those, one half of the tag team. And there it says Bulldogs on the side of his pants there. Coming down, this guy looks familiar, but I can't tell who he is. Okay, if you recognize any of these people as we're looking at them, comment down below. Because I'd love to hear. I'm sure I could look it up. And some of them have their names on there. Like here's Classy Freddie Bassey right here. That's a good find. I've never seen him. And then hiding back here, I had him, the Iran Sheik. So I was turning around, getting ready to leave, and then Alex pointed this out. There is a Mr. Clean action figure. This is pretty cool. And that's what he does to germs. Also, I see Star Trek First Contact back here. Zephram Cochrane action figure. I had never seen him as an action figure. Didn't even know they made him as an action figure. Predator. I had this guy. I still do have this guy. And then coming up, there's a bunch of Star Trek action figures. Captain Kirk. Jadzia Dax is a Klingon. Alana Torres. These are some Voyager action figures. This guy's from Star Wars. And then we have a couple of the Generations guys here. We have Kirk in the spacesuit. And these are guys that I still have lingering around. Never had Quark. And there's Counselor Troy in the First Contact uniform. Jadzia Dax again. And Benjamin Sisko, who I did have as an action figure. And then coming down, I have to point out this before we leave. The Shadow. The Shadow was an old radio show that used to be on the radio back in like the 40s, maybe earlier. And it was also a movie that came out in the 90s. And these were the action figures from the movie. And this is a really good price, $265, because I was looking at these guys on eBay, and they were significantly more than that for unboxed figures. And then when you pay the shipping, you're paying quite a bit of money. This guy's $14.95, so not all of them are that cheap, but there's one on there, that see-through one, that I really liked. I thought he was pretty cool. All right, so heading out of 2nd and Charles, here's what we made with this haul. I picked up this guy for $265. I couldn't pass it up, okay? Now, here's the question. I'm torn because this guy is from the 90s. He's still in his package, but apparently it's not hard to come by this guy in a package, or he'd be a lot more than $265. Should I open him? That is the question, okay? Help decide. Comment down below. Do you want to see an unboxing video of this guy? Or should I keep him in his box? I know keeping him in his box is probably not going to be worth anything. It is kind of cool, but it might also be cool to take him out and see how he looks with his cape and his hat and his weapons, and that hologram ring doesn't come with it, but it's a cool thing. So comment down below. Let us know. Open them or keep them in the box. 2nd and Charles, they have a lot more things in here. There was some He-Man stuff, some G.I. Joe, a bunch of stuff that I didn't even get a chance to look at. But
Dang, Big B.
Pretty cool place. Definitely check out 2nd and Charles if you get a chance. And the cool thing about it is each one is different. Each one has different products.